happens if it's block of text. Actually, I made mistakes on this playlist, so we should just go back to... Let's show playlist as like background music. All right, so let's just get into it, I guess. Vamp touch change. Looks like all they changed is the multiplier. It just does more damage, or PvP multiplier, so it just doesn't affect us in PvE. Now talents. Jesus Christ. Ancient Madness. Used to increase your crit strike by 10%, then reduce by 0.5 every second. Now it reduces by 1 every second. So a little bit nerfed to our big cooldown. Maximum rank has changed from 2 to 1. Oh, okay. So it's just talent point changes. You just take 1 point of Ancient Madness now. You don't have to invest 2 points into it. A Spirits, your Shadowy Apparitions deal 15% increased damage and have a chance to generate 2 Insanity instead of always generating 1. A little bit of nerf there. You should change between Auspicious Spirits and Tormented Spirits. Don't know. You used to always just play Auspicious Spirits. Maybe this gives room for Tormented Spirits. We'll have to see, though. Questing Shadows. Mindseer and Shadow of Pain has a 4% chance to grant you Coalescing Shadows, and Mindflay has a 15% chance to grant you Coalescing Shadows, stacking 3 times. Mind Blast. I still don't understand what this means. Category change from talents to uncategorized. They just remove it? We do have the new talent tree here, so let's just look. Coalescing Shadows. Don't see it. Doesn't look like a lot of this changed over on the priest side. Yeah, I think they just removed Coalescing Shadows, which is good. No one ever played around this. You just did it passively. You don't really min-max this talent, or you didn't used to. So cool. Damnation, also removed. Never played with Damnation. You did in PvP. I don't know what you choose now for PvP. PvP will have to like do a whole new rehaul of what they do, but we don't really main in PvP, so it's okay. Encroaching Shadows, it used to buff your Mindseer and Devo Plague by a set amounts. Now, since they removed Mindseer, you just buff Devo Plague. Very good. Harness Shadows. Removed. Once again, with Coalescing Shadows, you never really played around it, so who cares? This was not like a game-breaking, game-defining talent. And honestly, I'm glad they got rid of it. Idol of Seathune. Mindflay, and since they removed Mindseer's no longer here. Mind Spike and Torrent have a chance to spawn you a Tendril. This was my biggest reason not to take Idol of Seathune in... if you watched like the last build or last video I did about like which talents to use in different situations, I used to never take this in the Dark Ascension Mind Spike build because you couldn't proc it without pressing Mindflay, and you don't press Mindflay very often. But now that it procs off Spike and Torrent, very, very good. Maybe it'll have some more uses. So it still has a chance to spawn between 2 different ones, right? A Void Tendril that channels Mindflay, or a Lasher that channels Mindseer. How does it choose? How does it choose which one to proc? Because obviously, if you're procking the Mindflay one in AoE, it's very, very bad. Huh. Maybe they'll be able to change with that, or like some clarification. Unless I'm missing something. It's all yada yada yada. Maybe Mind Spike and Void Torrent. The whole build now, I'm assuming, is all around Psychic Link. So maybe like the damage from Psychic Link would proc the AoE one, and like the flat damage that you do would proc the single target one. Yeah, hopefully there's some clarification on that. N'Zoth, talent system changed. Now they just swapped Sethune and N'Zoth. I think that's good. The big issue with N'Zoth, it was always out on this side here. It looks like they really do want you to just take Idle Sethune. They don't like Echoing Void for some reason, but we'll see. Idle Yasarj, summoning. Get rid of Shadow Fiend in here. Okay, so no, you still have to like spec into Mindbender. But it only works. Okay, yeah, it's down below Mindbender, so they just changed the wording of it to no longer include Shadow Fiend because there's not a chance you ever take this talent without already having Mindbender. So Mindbender causes your same thing. Just change the wording. Doesn't matter. Okay, good. Idol of Yogg-Saron. Looks like they just changed the wording. So after a set amount of Shadowy Apparition spawn, you summon a thing from beyond that just casts Mind Spike. They got rid of the flavor test. Serves you thing from beyond casts. Just makes it more concise. Looks like they did add one thing I do like here. If I can like, oops, don't do that. Do it, but like in a different tab. One thing I do like is that they give you like the number of what it does. Right, it's not just this. It also gives you like, hey, it does this much damage. And more clarification is always good. Insidious Ire. Okay, so it used to only buff your Mind Blast when you had all your buffs on the target, or all your debuffs rather, all your dots. Now it also buffs Void Torrent, which huge proponent of that. Look at the talent tree. It's still right here, so it's going to be even more reason to take this talent instead of Malediction. Because you used to just take Malediction if you want like short Void Torrent cooldown. And it looks like now you're just going to mostly just take Insidious Ire. So make sure I'm not missing Raid. Let me just go sit in that channel and just keep myself muted. Also, make sure I'm logged in so I can get invited. Okay. So Insidious Ire now buffs Void Torrent also. I like this change. Mounting Touch. Vamp Touch deals increased damage. There's a chance to give... Oh, a chance to give Insanity. It looks like they buffed the Insanity gen at rank 2. I think I like this. We never really took Vamp Touch or Maddening Touch, right? Where is it on the Talon tree? It's here. You never really took it. Huh, maybe you will now. I doubt it, though. I really doubt it simply because most of your... We'll have to, like, obviously do some testing when the shit goes live, but looks like most of your damage is going to come from the casts you do. So, like, Void Torrent splashing with Psychic Link, which is this talent here. So, like, see how it says, like, damage does not apply from Shadow Word Pain and Vamp Touch? So, buffing your Vamp Touch and your Shadow Word Pain, yes, it's, like, it's good. But in big AoE situations, like, which Mythic Plus primarily, you're probably not going to take this talent. At least, I don't think. But, obviously, everything's up for grabs. Things could change in an instant. Builds could change, but they will change quite a bit. Just reworded Malediction to no longer include Damnation. Mastermind increases the critical strike chance. Mind Blast, Mind Spike, and Mind Flay by 3%. Increases their critical strike damage by 15%. Used to not include Mind Flay. Where is Mastermind? Mastermind. Excuse me. Mastermind. Wait, where is it right now? Oh, we just don't have a... So they added a link here. And they got rid of Pain and Death, it looks like. Okay. So it's just a new talent, right? Oh, it used to be in the regular priest side. Master Mind? No. Where is Mastermind? Hmm. Anyways, maybe this is like something they implemented for next patch. They just reworked again, and now we're just getting the updated version. It buffs your crit again, so crits can become more of a powerful stat. But I don't actually know how big it is. Let's just keep going though. We'll see. We'll make like a mock guide or mock build setup after this, if we have time. Mental Decay, they removed Mind Flay and Mind Steer. Instead, now it's Mind Flay and Mind Spike that extends your dots, which is really good. We're probably going to be taking this all the time in Mythic Plus, since we're going to be casting a lot of Mind Spikes. Mental Fortitude. They just changed the scaling of it. I think it's just the wording, actually, not even the scaling. Total health times 10 divided by 100, so just 10%. And they just made it just say 10%. That's fine. Mind Devour, Mind Blasts. There's a 50% chance to make your Mind Seer or Diva play cost no insanity. Now it's just lower proc chance.
Like 10 people online? Where the fuck is everyone? 15 people online, man.
Now it's just lower proc chance, and when it does proc, the Diva Plague does 50% increased damage, and obviously no longer includes Mind Seer. So it's good. Probably still going to take it. Mind Flay Insanity now includes Mind Spike, which is good because you should just like sit on Mind Flay Insanities, like I said in the last guide, and just not use your Mind Flay Insanities. You just keep overriding it with Evo Plagues because you didn't really have any time to spend it. Especially because it's a pretty long channel, right? Like Mind Flay Insanity, 3 seconds. You don't really have 3 seconds during cooldowns to spend. Hopefully, this interaction works where you can like spend it on Mind Spike Insanity with a free Mind Spike proc. That would be big. Mind Melt no longer reduces the cast time of your Mind Blast, but now just increases the crit chance. So this is something you're going to have to keep up. So you're going to be like, they're really promoting, emphasizing casting Mind Spike quite often. Last 10 seconds though, so you just get it up to 4 stacks, and then you just Mind Spike once every 10 seconds. Hopefully it's a buff that that like refreshes the duration when you Mind Spike, not like a increases the crit chance and only permanently lasts 10 seconds, then falls off. Hopefully it's not something like that. Removed Mind Seer. Good. We don't like Mind Seer. They buffed Mind Spike damage or scaling, which is very, very good. Mind Spike reduced the cast time. Okay, they removed the Mind Melt stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they just buffed the multiplier and buffed it big in PvP. New talents reduce the insanity cost of Devo Plague by 5. So instead of costing 50, it will cost 45. Pretty good. Redo Pain of Death. Increase. So it used to increase the Shadow Word death damage by 13%, and splash all that damage across everything that's afflicted by your Shadow Word Pain. Now, doesn't look like it's changed at all, actually. Oh, now it's just a talent in the priest side. Instead of being a shadow only thing, it's a priest. It's an overall priest thing. No more people join yet. Have I gotten invited? I have not. Psychic Link. They buffed it from 30% to 40%. And then just they changed it from like having only these one, two, three, five, six different spells. Now it's all single target spells. Just better wording for it, and also the line at the bottom saying that Vamp Touch and Shadow Word Pain do not apply to this. They removed Puppet Master. They just moved it to the priest side rather. Your Shadow Fiend and Mindbender grant you Coalescing Shadows. So now is Coalescing Shadows in the priest side of things? Coalescing. No. What was the talent we were just looking at though? Puppet Master. Puppet Master. It's not even here. I must have just removed it entirely. I don't know why it says like in the red here it says like requires priest shadow, and then over here it says requires priest. Maybe they're trying to move it to the priest side and they just decided not to and just get rid of it entirely, which is fine. Old screams used to make your dots tick faster when you channel them with or channel that same target with Mind Flay or Torrent and Mind Seer. Now it's Devo Play causing that that ramped damage. Okay. They took for Shadow Crash, they took the dot application off of it and made it its own talent. So that just means here you're going to be forced into this side. Because really, who wants to sit there and just cast dots for an eternity? Maybe though, maybe it gives room for like pure single target not to take these two and instead just go like down this way. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Where were we? Shadow Crash. Shadow Reapparitions. Just remove the stuff with Mind Seer on it. Now it's just like flat. Now it's just like every time you cast Mind Blast, Void Bolt, or Diva Plague, it automatically just spawns a bolt. Or sorry, an apparition. Also, it looks like Crit Strike. They added Crit Strike multiplier to it. So crit chance is going to go up quite a bit on our stat priority. Don't know if it'll affect that much. I think we'll still be forced into mastery, like haste mastery instead of haste crit, like we used to be. But we'll see how that pans out. Shadowy Insight. Oh, Mind Blast no longer gains additional charge. This is big. Okay, I kind of like this. I won't lie. It does make your. If you guys remember, we talked about Mindbender, like the ramp you had to do with like casting Mind Blasts to try to get a second Shadow or Death in. It makes this a little bit harder to do, but back in Shadowlands, you only had one charge of Mind Blast, I think, right? Or did you have two? Either way, with this change, it'll give you more room to cast Mind Spikes, which I think I like this change. But we also really like Mind Blast and having two charges, so maybe we don't. Surge of Darkness, they just removed. Okay, that's shitty. So you have to manually cast Mind Spikes now. Remember how I was saying earlier, like maybe you could like get a Surge of Darkness proc and then cast your where is it? Mind Spike Insanity. You can't do that because they just took away Surge of Darkness. I don't like that really, but we'll see. Instead, you get Thought Harvester. Mind Blast gets an additional charge. Where is that? Is it in good position? Thought Harvester. Harvester. Oh, it's kind of... Yeah, it's in a good position. You're still going to take it. Because you'll go like this. Can I put points in? You'll do something like that for like the opener. And I'm just going to choose Drastic Ascension. I want to take Mental Decay. Shattered Pain product chance to. Yeah, I think we like that. We like this. New talent increases the Devo Plague damage by 6%, increases max insanity by 50. We do get insanity capped quite often. Let's see if we can take that. I don't think we can afford to take all those talents, but maybe we can. Let's take Mind Melt. Um, all right, so let's finish this. I'm gonna have to re-highlight this, but whatever. Can I send a message to myself? Flash Whisper, Jafarsep. Start 24. And 21:32. Okay. Let's finish the talents. This is what I think would be good. So we're gonna go Devo Plague, take Kick. Obviously, if you don't want to take Kick for whatever reason, you just throw an extra point to Mental Fortitude, get a little bit tankier. And then instead of, you don't take Unfurling Darkness because you really don't need it. It's more of a PvP talent. The thing that I really do want to take is like all the stuff that buffs Devo Plague. So like the reduction here, the do I care about Shadow Reapparition damage? Probably not. Mind Devour is important. Let's see, what else do we have here? Mental Decay, I think, is just good. If there's ever an option to take Mental Decay, in my opinion, take it. It makes gameplay so much easier. You never have to deal with redotting. Like currently, before this patch, if you run like a build similar to this without Mental Decay, you have to redot at about like 20-25 seconds into the pull. And it's so, I'm gonna say the word cringe. It's cringe. It's cringe to do this because it's just like you have, let's say you're doing a high key and there's like a million different ads. Having to sit there and cast a 2-second cast or 1.5 second cast to redot is not fun. Let's see, what else? How many more points do we have? One more point. Where was this point? Oh, it was here. I want to think Screams is good, but it costs 2 points, right? And there's no way you would take it unless you're trying to go for N'Zoth, which you wouldn't do right now. They did buff Insidious Ire. Maybe you just like don't do this, and you go like this, and then you still have another point to play with. That would probably go into here. This could be another build setup that I think would be good if you don't want to play with the Seathune Insidious Ire build. We're not gonna really, yeah, since we're like gonna be like focused on doing direct damage with Mind Spikes, Mind Blasts, Void Torrents, stuff like that. We're not gonna be really caring too much about our periodic shadow effects, of like Vamp Touch and Shadowward Pain. But maybe like the numbers will work out and it'll be better. You never know. I I like playing Dark Ascension because it's a 1-minute cooldown and you can just keep going. You can just keep using it, especially with Mindbender all the time. let's see here. If we don't want to go, Mindbender, we want Shadow Crash. So this is all like Mythic Plus focused. We want Shadow Crash to apply our dots.
Wow.
We want. Probably want this. We want that.
Who tried that?
I really think Void Touch is going to be good. How much of my time left? Oh, don't have any time left. I really think.
If Myriad loses, she has to pay an extra. She has to put an extra 0. Thoughts?
Maybe something like this would be good.
Yeah.
He actually claimed a bunch of donations on his tax return, so.
Smart.
Maybe something like that. Maybe that would be good.
Oh fuck. Oh, thank you, son.
But yeah, there's a lot of room to deal, to like move around, and
I'm in danger.
a lot of points to
No
work with.
shot.
So we'll see how it all plays out in next month.